Have you ever felt like you needed to get out of town or just need a break from home and your daily routine? Well, that's how I felt exactly 2 summers ago when me and my family took a trip to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. This vacation started with a basketball tournament in Wichita, which was the end of all my work, and we left Wichita to get on a plane to Dallas and then to Virginia Beach, which we then drove 1 hour to Kitty Hawk. This was also my first and only experience I've ever had flying. When we got to Virginia Beach, we met up with my older sister, which was nice because I don't really get to see her very often, just about once a year maybe. I also thought the whole flying experience was really, really cool. I thought it was cool how you could see everything and everything looked a lot closer than it does on the ground. Also, speaking of flying, Kitty Hawk also happens to be the place where the Wright brothers chose to invent the airplane. They chose Kitty Hawk because it has sand, which makes it softer for landing. It is very windy, which makes it easier to take off, and it has a low population of people. Me and my family got the opportunity to go to the museum up in Kitty Hawk and see exactly where they invented the airplane, and it was really neat. I also found out that my great-grandpa, who was a pilot, but not a commercial pilot, he just flew it on his own, and he owned his own plane, would occasionally fly up to Kitty Hawk and land in the same place where the Wright brothers invented the airplane with his wife. I really enjoyed this vacation because, for one, I was on a beach, which I don't get to do very often as I live in Kansas. This is the third time that I've been to a beach, and I really enjoy the beach and the nature that is around the beaches. One really cool thing that I did get to do in Kitty Hawk was I got to see one of the last natural herds of horses. These horses were completely wild. They were not fenced up or anything. They were free to go wherever they wanted, and you really don't see that very much in America anymore. And I thought that was really cool because I really do like nature. We stayed in a really nice resort, inland a little bit, which really isn't very inland because the Kitty Hawk is on Barrier Islands, which is like an island basically. But it had its own pond and its own pool, and they occasionally played movies at night, which is what we did some nights, which I thought was very nice. Another thing I really liked was the food. Seafood is probably my favorite type of food, and there's no better place to get seafood than by the sea, I guess. What they did is they would catch lobster and crab and all different sorts of seafood, and they would bring them in and cook them, and then the same day you would be eating them, which made for really good seafood. All in all, my vacation in North Carolina is probably one of the most unique and favorite vacations I've ever been on. It was very, very fun, and I got to experience a bunch of different things.